Olivia is using the tower to drill a doorway into their world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers buddy up for the journey onto the Martian surface.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Doom 2016. Olivia Pierce, who we met last time, has taken a pretty extreme tact. She's trying to open a direct gateway to hell. And in the meantime, we are kind of going about our business of shutting down the Argent Tower, at least temporarily. That's what Samuel Hayden wants us to do anyway. Before we do any of that, we have our very first Runic challenge, a rune trial. This one is going to be really simple. It's just going to be to kill 15 imps with the regular shotgun within the time limit. For every kill that we get, we will get 2 extra seconds to complete the trial. This is whoop, that one actually hit me. That one gave me a little trouble. This one's really easy to complete. All of the trials are either going to be combat focused or in some cases using your mobility and navigating the environment. And every time you complete a rune trial, you'll get some kind of passive bonus that you can equip. In this case, we get the vacuum passive. And what that's going to do is draw in ammo and health pickups from further away. So we now have this new thing in our tab menu, and we have 1 slot for a rune at this point in the game. We'll unlock up to 3 over time, but since we only have this 1 passive, this 1 rune, none of that actually matters right now. Having additional slots doesn't benefit us in any way yet. I think the Runic trials are quite fun. I'll probably be doing most, if not all of them. There are a small handful that actually give you really, really good passive bonuses. A couple of them are just kind of inconsequential. Like the vacuum isn't the best thing in the world. It's a very, very small quality of life thing, but it's still okay. It's not bad. And oh, how can I be talking about all that when I finally got my rocket launcher? Oh, whoops, I opened the console up trying to switch over to the shotgun. Kind of fat-fingered tilde. And pretty soon, you know what else we're going to have? We're going to have the lock-on upgrade that I think makes the rocket launcher tremendous. Fires off a barrage of rockets all at once. It is quite good. Very, very strong. So while we take out these imps and possibly... No, the new enemy won't show up yet. While we take all this out, I was saying before about Olivia Pierce, by the way, who... You saw her appearance, that suit that she's wearing, that's actually an exosuit. And it was grafted onto her because she has some kind of terminal illness, and she refuses pain meds. So in order for her to continue functioning and living, she needs that suit. That's her whole deal. We'll learn more about her over time. The theme that played when we met her face to face, and she entered her password, the authorization Olivia Pierce. That's the name of that theme. And it's the source of one of the game's coolest set of Easter eggs. There are 5 music tracks in Doom 2016 that contain Easter eggs. Authorization Olivia Pierce, when examined with a spectrograph and magnifying in a little bit, you can find the numbers 36 in the spectrogram. Oh, yeah, we're finally gonna get the stun bomb, the EMP pulse for the plasma rifle. The thing that makes me actually like this gun a lot. It'll just, you fire a projectile, and whatever it hits, it explodes. Anything in the radius of the explosion gets stunned for a long time. But the numbers I was saying that you can find in the spectrogram for authorization Olivia Pierce are 36. So I guess 3 6s? Like 666. If there's another meaning or interpretation of that, just let me know. And a little bit more about spectrograms. They're just like visualized versions of the frequency spectrum in a noise, or I guess any wave-based signal, right? Like I think the strength of earthquakes is measured, or are measured spectrographically as well. Don't quote me on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like I'm off base slightly with that, but not sure. But spectrographs are like topographical maps of all the frequencies present in a signal. It's just like a different way of visualizing audio outside of the waveform itself. Look at that go to work! Stun the Hell Knight for its entire life bar, basically. Whereas the waveform, you know, that chart of highs and lows, that waveform shows the decibel levels over time. Spectrograms are for frequencies. Oh shit. And there are practical uses for reading a spectrogram. Like you might think that a song or a conversation or something in spectrographic form might just be total chaos to look at, but it's actually practical and important for like audio engineers, for instance, to be able to read them. Oh yeah, he has no chance. He was just getting danced around. Oh, it feels so good. Especially after that bad hit that we took early on. That was, you know, shit. Line of sight. Oh well, just possessed soldier. But then you get Easter eggs like this that you can deliberately encode an image into sound, because you're telling a piece of software that this image file isn't actually a photo or a drawing or anything. It's a series of frequencies, so it reads it that way, and you can play it back that way.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the gauges.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
So Samuel's trying to walk us through how to temporarily disable the tower's energy production filters. Doom Guy is having none of that. He's going to shut the tower down permanently and destroy every filter he comes across. So there are supposedly 5 Easter eggs that are similarly elaborate, you know, some kind of message or something encoded in various songs on the soundtrack. One of them is the phrase "Jesus loves you," except it's backmasked into a song you hear, I think, at the very end. But I'm not sure which one, which is why I'm talking about it now. Like, I know the name of the song, it's For Doom, but I don't know that I will recognize it when the time comes. So yeah, if you play the song backwards, you will hear this backmasked message of "Jesus loves you." And again, that song is For Doom, plays either at or near the end of the game. Another one is another spectrographic Easter egg in a song called Skull Hacker, and God, these all sound like great Cannibal Corpse song names. It contains an image of the sprite of John Romero's head on a spike that you can see in Doom 2. There is another one that I, as far as I know, is still undiscovered. Mick Gordon himself said that there were 5 of these Easter eggs, and only 4 were found. But this information comes from like a year ago, so I haven't been able to find anyone talking about what this final one is, so I don't know if anyone's found it yet. Again, if they have, let me know. I would love to talk about it. The story of this soundtrack, everything going on in it. Oh, there's just so much to say about it. And also, this is a haste power-up. Probably my least favorite one. It's one of the less exciting power-ups. Just makes you go fast, shoot fast, skills cool down faster. It's alright, it's just a little bit unexciting. It's not quite as fun to play around with as the Berserker power-up that we saw last time. You'll notice I only talked about 4 of those musical Easter eggs, by the way, including the one that hasn't, to my knowledge, been fully found out. There is one more that I will talk about when we get to that point in the game, because I know the exact song and the moment that it plays. And it's also a pretty cool spectrographic one. I'm a little bit uncertain about the way that fight went. I mean, things are fine, but I was expecting an enemy to show up who did not. And I am concerned now why she is not here. Oh, well, we'll run into her plenty down the line later. Instead of going straight for the next gore nest, we're going to take a detour and head left up here, and then do a little bit of climbing, because we have a few really vital secrets to find. The first one we make by doing this jump onto this balcony, taking out a couple possessed. Just clean them up nice and quick. Top the health off. Oh, 2 from being topped off. It's not a big deal. The reason that we're coming into this, looks like some kind of hydroponics lab. Oh, and there are imps in here. The reason we're coming up here is because the second and final field drone of the level is going to be hanging out at the top of this tower. Oh, hey, another one. Nice thing is, that plasma stun grenade had already cooled down. No, it's stun bomb. I always just call it an EMP bomb, or an EMP pulse. And what this next field drone is going to enable us to get is going to be our lock-on upgrade, the lock-on burst for the rocket launcher. I'm not as big of a fan of the remote detonation. The remote detonation just allows you to detonate the rockets in midair. So if it's looking like you're not going to get a direct hit, or if you're going to just whiff, you can always, shoot a rocket and detonate it right by an enemy's head, and it's almost as good as a direct hit. Almost. I would rather just fire like 3 rockets at once, especially against really large, beefy enemies. Oh, I think all I needed to do was turn right coming out of here. Yeah, that's a hard to see passage. Couple more possessed, and you can see the faint blue outline means we're about to... Oh, hello, 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 hello. Welcome to my personal space. Faint blue outline means we're about to get a new weapon, and this one is everybody's favorite. The super shotgun. This, double barrel beauty. It's not what I wanted. The super shotgun I do not like unless you also have enough weapon points to purchase this upgrade, the faster reload. I really start to favor the super shotgun when you can get the final upgrade for it, but we're still a ways away. We need another weapon point, and then we also need to fulfill a condition on top of that. So since we don't have that, we'll just sink a couple of points into some of our other weapons. By the end of the game, we'll have everything fully upgraded anyway, so it's not going to matter too much. I just like to get everything nice and well-rounded instead of hoarding points. You get weapon upgrade points so quickly, especially now that we have... I don't know if I ever pointed this out, but the game itself talked about it a bit in the upper right corner. Just from going through the motions, finding secrets, and completing combat encounters, we can earn additional weapon upgrade points every level, up to 5. And you'll usually, even if you're not exploring very much and finding the secrets, you'll still wind up with usually at least 3 or 4 by the end of every level. So they just come flooding in. You will have plenty for all your weapons. And this thing just feels so satisfying, and when you get the increased reload, it becomes quite practical. Oh yeah! God, rocket launchers are fun to use. Is that it? Music is still going. No, it's... okay. It's just the wind down music. And do we have anything in here? I think the other rune trial is up there. It's that green glow. First, we'll take care of this.
The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
Warning.
What
Energy
you are
contamination
destroying
detected.
is more valuable than you can possibly imagine. It is a perfect and unlimited energy resource.
Oh? Did we get that from the combat just now? Or what is that from? Also, I think I was wrong about the green glow. I'm thinking of maybe a later level. With a similar kind of setup. Oh, I know why the enemy that I was anticipating didn't spawn. I actually forgot to come and deal with this filter when we were in here before, after we destroyed the gore nest.
Warning. Energy contamination at critical levels.
Now let's... Yup. Oh, this enemy. This is the summoner, and you just saw her whole gimmick. She teleports all around the place. And you can track her by the trail of light, but if you lose track of her, and she is prone to moving around quite often, she can mess you up. She will summon enemies, of course, and she'll also do this frontal cone attack that it's just a huge, really damaging projectile. Summoners are pretty much this game's equivalent of archviles. They are very, very dangerous and sometimes annoying enemies. Actually glad I got the powered up super shotgun before I hit that.
Selling it to humanity. We balance their hell energy with our science, making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answer for. It works. You cannot do this.
Like literally demons though. But literal demons from literal hell though. You cannot claim the moral high ground. You cannot be like, but the ends, they justify the means. The demons from actual hell That's just something we'll have to live with. We solved the energy crisis. Who cares about the demons from the hell? It's fucking ridiculous. Here's the other rune trial. Now that I'm thinking about it, this might actually be the room that we were in earlier. Alright, for this one, this might actually take me more than one try. Because this one starts off pretty easily. Again, you have a short timer, and then every time you shoot a barrel, you gain 2 seconds. But once you destroy about 20 of them, you actually have to start looking around. Like, you actually have to know where the rest are. To like route this out efficiently, which I think I've actually managed to do. And then once you get down to like the last couple, they become highlighted. Woo! Actually did that on the first go. That's not bad. Those ones are always the most annoying. There is another one in the next level that's like that, except it's super shotgunning enemies that I'm not looking forward to. And for doing this one, we get the Dazed and Confused rune, which I always hit the wrong thing to bring up this menu. We can now stagger enemies for longer. And the stagger state is just when they're glowing orange and blue, ready to be glory killed. Now we have one more filter to take care of, I believe. But first, we also have another gore nest. And before we even activate the gore nest, there's quite a bit of stuff. Quite a few possessed soldiers. Oh, look at this beauty. And a few imps. We are not going to hit that before we plunge our fist into the gore nest. Now it's go time. We want to one-hit kill one of these. Yes, rip the head right off. Oh yeah! Found the perfect spawn spot for that too. One-hitting a summoner feels great. That was it? Okay. And we got all 5 of our upgrade points.
Remember, the 12th Council of 9 is always watching.
I want to find more stuff to mess up with that Berserker power-up.
If stopping our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. We will be back at square one. You have no idea what you have just done.
Olivia is still alive. I've detected her life signature at the Argent Tower. She has removed one of the accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
So mission accomplished. We just have to deal with Olivia now. That's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.